Hello, this is Heisenberg.
Hey there, it's G Forever.
Yes, we're here to review the new Godzilla and Kong toys from Playmates. And here are two boxes.
Yeah, and they're both from Playmates.
We were in New England where, it takes forever to get things. So we did break down and buy these from eBay and from California. So I think they are starting to spread though. Like
Mm,
Steve from the Geek Chest, Geek Toy
hmm.
Chest. I think he's in Michigan. He found his at Target.
Oh, cool. So they're coming.
Oh yeah, yeah. And look, they got the
New
so new
packaging.
packaging on Battle Mechagodzilla. So if you
Yes.
haven't been able to find Battle Mechagodzilla yet, you've got another chance. And again, these are being sold at Target.
Hmm.
So, and I think it's easier to find. Yeah, so we got this Ferocious Kong, this Godzilla
Mm,
2014,
yep.
and Battle Mechagodzilla. I think those are easier to find than
Okay.
the playset, or yeah, than the
Oh,
diorama. I think the
uh-huh.
diorama is like more limited, so it's
Oh,
not at
really?
as many targets.
Okay, that's why it says exclusive on the box.
Maybe, yeah, it's kind of weird that it says exclusive. This whole thing is weird, this diorama, because
Uh-huh.
there was no like warning that it was coming,
Yeah,
and it's it knew that
it
what's
just appeared.
yeah, it's in a box and a closed box instead of an open box, and it has this diorama.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this is the Godzilla versus Kong City Battle figures and diorama set. And we got a
Mm,
repainted Heat Ray Godzilla, 6 inches,
hmm.
and a repainted Kong with battle axe, and
Yes.
then three-piece diorama with
Mm,
instructions. And
yep.
also has the fighter jet and the heave, as we'll see,
Hmm.
and some assembly required.
Yes. As a matter of fact, is a lot of assembly required for the diorama set. So we'll talk more about it later.
Yeah, so it's a good. So you like the box?
The box is great, very cool looking, and it's nice that they're including both figures and a lot of accessories.
Yeah,
And the
yeah, yeah,
the MSRP price is actually not bad. Was it $25
yeah,
if
yeah.
we found it at
Target.
Target?
Yeah, Target is
Yep.
$25. But normally these figures would sell for like $5 or $10 each. So you're
Mm,
sort of like paying for
a
like an
little extra.
extra $5 for the diorama.
Yep.
No,
Yeah, and it's a nice repaint to be honest. I wouldn't go all wild for it because it's still like a kid's toy, but for what they are, I mean, it's not bad. You have a clear fire breath, and I think Heisenberg that was your favorite of the Playmates figures. But here we have the box opened up. As we see, we hear all the cardboard sheets for the buildings and a lot of instructions. To be honest, there's a lot of parts to it. All right, so
yeah,
here the accessories are in a bag, so it's a
yeah,
little different from the typical Playmates toys. And both Godzilla and Kong are strapped in.
yeah. So you had to cut them free.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, very
So
different. Like I said, a very different approach.
yeah, but the sculpts appear to be the same. It's just repainted to have kind of like a dust and fiery glow. And I kind of like it. Actually, it matches the set very well. So let's see. Here's the back of it.
Oh, okay, you got them free, and of course they still have the battle damage.
They do.
Yeah, yeah. It's like if they were going to change something, I think that would have been the thing to change. Of course, at this point, yeah, of course, at this point, it's like they'd have to change the mold, I guess. So they're not
Mm-hmm.
going to do that. That would cost more. Okay, there it goes. Let's see if we can get it
Yeah,
in.
get the matching colors there.
Yeah, I see it's old. Yeah, so this looks. I don't know. What do you think? Like once you put it in, because there's like a black seam around the battle
Yeah,
damage.
sadly. I mean, we have to remember this is a kid's toy, so it's not going to be like painted to be movie accurate, but I think for what it is, it's fine. Like if I were a kid, I would probably have a lot of fun with it because it's pretty cool. A lot of you got some articulation, you got clear blue back fins, and also this fire breath. I mean, what kid doesn't want a fire breathing radioactive dinosaur? So,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's interesting that this time it looks like the fire breath looks a little limp. Uh,
Yes, I noticed that as well. It looks like it's not as strong as the other ones. I probably can try to fix it with a hair dryer, but it is a very softer material this time around. I'm actually trying to hold it right now and try to bend it, but it does kind of easily flat back down.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it's
Interesting.
not as they may have changed the materials, or maybe this mold was not as good. I'm not sure.
Okay. So what do
But
you?
yeah, this one doesn't go straight as well.
Yeah. So like I said, these are basically like figures already released, but now they've painted them these
Hmm.
with these different colors. So what do you think of these repaints?
They're not bad, like I mentioned. Like I do, I think it's not kind of nice that Godzilla is not all black. So I kind of like it on Godzilla. Kong, on the other hand, I think it's good, but I think maybe the face is a little too light. Um, I think it kind of looks like a more like a grandpa Kong in this case because it's there's a lot of a lot of grays and whites. And here's the fighter jets from the fighter jet Kong. As you see, it's the same mold and also the same. Looks like the same thing. And same with the heave. Looks like that is also a reissue.
Yeah. So it looks like it looks like they put like kind of like it's would you call it an orange or a brown and also some white
Orange. Yeah,
like
orange and some cream white, I would say. So my guess is the cream white is to simulate like the dust, and then the orange is kind of like the flame reflection.
yeah yeah yeah. And it's interesting the eyes. What do you think of Kong's eyes here?
A little light, because you could barely see it, whereas the previous issues I think was much darker, like a more
Oh yeah
deeper
yeah.
orange.
Yeah,
So
side
I
by
think I
side,
like the
yeah, I like the original. I think I like the original
yep,
better here.
yeah,
Like a
same
darker
here.
face and darker eyes.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, because I like the whole idea of this diorama, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with the fact that it's just repainted figures. But I think
Mm-hmm.
I wish they'd picked better colors. I wish,
Mm.
or somehow it's like yeah, I
Yep,
think they
and
could.
we're checking out the battle axes right now. So they are the same mold, and looks like they didn't change the battle axe colors. They look to be the same paint.
Yeah, but yeah, Kong's face does look very pale there.
Yes. So
Okay,
all
and then
right. So
here's
here are all the building sheets.
yeah
So they are just pieces of cardboard. They're sort of pre-cut, so all you have to do is kind of punch them out. You do have to be slightly careful. I think I would probably punch it from what was it, the back from the back out instead of in, just so you don't like rip the if you do have some kind of that are stuck, it will rip from the back instead of the front. So it'll preserve the images better. So as you see, kind of have to punch it out. So you have to do this to every cardboard piece, and it took some time. And you have to match them because they're all numbered. So, but once it's all said and done, this is kind of what it looks like.
yeah. So I like the view from here. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I think the right side, like this one with the burning building, I think this one is very nice. The um, the other one kind of, you can really tell it's like a box, but it serves its purpose.
Yeah, does
Like
the
it does
top of the
hold.
did you manage to get the top of the building flat? Because it looks like in the video here, it looks like the top of the building looks a little slanted.
Um,
Looks like
yeah, if you
the
probably push it.
right side looks a little lower than the left side.
Yeah, I probably have to mess with it a little bit, but yeah, you can probably adjust it a little. But yeah, it'll hold. It's almost like a box. So it even holds like Kong if you were to put him on. So I'll show that later in the video. Probably should have tried Godzilla, but I think it's the same.
Yeah,
Probably
here
hold
they
it.
are. Yay.
Yeah, so here are the two. I think Kong looks great in that corner here,
Yeah,
and
because it's sort of like
having
he does
Godzilla.
kind of yeah, the colors sort of seem to he seems to match the diorama's colors.
Yes, yes, yeah. And I think it looks good like this if you pose Godzilla kind of going towards Kong in the corner by the buildings. So I kind of like this. You can, mess with the heave vehicle, you can put the fighter jet up on the building, you can do all sorts of things. You can even put Kong on the building, and it is pretty sturdy.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's one thing I really like is that yeah, you do have like this building with a flat top, so you can put
Hmm.
stuff up there.
Yeah, and you can move, everything's modular, so you can move things around. You can, put the diorama set together. You can split it into two pieces. And let's look at the classic or the MonsterVerse figures. So the new ones are the Godzilla 2014 City Destruction with Tank. This is kind of I think this is
Yeah.
my favorite of the new ones.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So yeah, definitely look like burning Godzilla from far, far away, but when you get closer, it is indeed the 2014 Godzilla, which is cool because I think a lot of Godzilla fans were hoping to see more 2014 Godzilla figures.
Yeah, yeah. This is a 6-inch figure, $10 at Target.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, City Destruction Godzilla with tank.
Yes. Yep.
And yeah, with
And the
these
new
new.
packaging, yeah, new packaging is great. I really like it. Get all the characters: Godzilla, Warback, King Ghidorah, Kong, and Mechagodzilla. All
Oh
the
yeah,
main players.
oh yeah. And here's Kong Skull Island, Ferocious
Ferocious Kong.
Kong with helicopter and chain propeller. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Also six
This
inches.
one's
Also $10 at Target.
yeah, this one's really cool because you get two I guess you have two accessories.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm very excited about the chain propeller.
same here. It's actually really great. And I'm pretty surprised. I feel like this chain propeller kit can be something um probably even close to NECA quality.
Yeah, and as we'll see, this is the same Battle Mechagodzilla with Proton
With proton
Scream,
screen.
just in a new, same figure, same color, just a new box.
Yes.
And
Yep.
then here we go. Like so, yeah. So
Here's
this
the
is the
original.
original. Yeah, it looks
Yep.
exactly the same here.
Yeah. The newer one has slightly brighter eyes. I'm not sure if it's
Hmm.
just a variation or if it's, maybe that's just the way it is, or maybe the new ones do have brighter eyes, but otherwise everything else appears to be the same.
Okay, here's
All right.
2014. There's his
2014
tank. There's his battle damage.
and his tail.
Yeah, so you got the tail
And
on okay.
yeah, this one the tail goes on very easily. So the I think had a little struggle with the was it the Diorama Godzilla, but the City Destruction Godzilla was pretty simple. And let's get the battle damage in there.
But it looks like the paint on on the battle damage piece looks like the paint doesn't quite match.
Yeah, it's more of a flat color compared to the body. The body is a little more glossy, so it does stand out if you kind of stare at it.
Oh yeah, so you
So
like
you
the
can see
orange?
it's all right. I mean, they kind of I feel they were trying to do like a Burning Godzilla type of thing, but they just kind of renamed it. I don't know. I guess it's nice to add some color to the figure instead of all black.
And then what about the fact that his head is kind of looking to the right? What do you think of that? Or what do you think of the head overall too?
I like the head. Of course it's not going to be NECA level, but for a $10 children's toy, it's a really nice looking head. I like it how it's different. He's looking to the right, so you don't always have the Godzilla looking straight on. So it's neat, little variation.
Yeah, I'm glad there's jaw articulation.
Yes, agreed. The jaw articulation is cool.
I like,
Yep.
from what I can see, I like the looks of this tank, and it has articulation.
It does, yeah, and actually some detail as I'll try to pick it up and zoom in a little bit.
But yeah, it looks like it has a lot more, yeah, more detail than I expected. Looks like it has like
Yeah, and
little treads.
yeah, so it's kind of neat because like we have a lot of military vehicles, but we didn't have a tank yet. So this will be a new one to add to the Playmates collection
Yeah, I
too.
wish they made it like more of a gray or a green or something, though. It looks a little
Yeah,
pale.
yeah,
Yeah, there we go. There it is. Yeah, next to the heat ray.
yeah. So 2014 and 2021. So you can see the 2014 is a much more wider figure. Everything's a little more bulky. I do like the bulkier arms and the bulkier body. It just gives you more of that Godzilla feel. And same with the head. Like I like how has a bigger head.
Yeah, I like the way the spikes look. You like the spikes?
Yeah, surprisingly, it actually looks pretty good. Again, it probably if you can probably change the paint yourself if you're an artist, and you can probably make it even better. But for a $10 toy, it's great. And check
Okay.
this Kong out, 2017 Ferocious Kong.
Yeah, they gave him very pale feet for some reason.
Yeah, for
Yes,
some reason, he kind of looks like I don't know, like if Kong was in Antarctica or something. Because in the movie he was in the jungles, so
right.
on Skull Island. So I don't know why he's so pale in here. So as we'll see later, Playmates did release a Kong Skull Island figure originally with a closed mouth, and he was very brown, which I feel was more accurate to the movie.
Yeah. Now, is this like a new sculpture, do you think?
It does
Let's
look like a
see.
new sculpture, but as we'll see, the larger Skull Island Playmates toy, it does resemble the sculpt from that as well. So we'll do a little comparison
Yeah, so
later.
maybe they shrank, maybe they used that as a starting point,
I think so.
shrank it
Yeah.
down, but also added a lot more articulation.
Yes. I'm surprised they actually didn't reuse the original Playmates Kong and then maybe added the
Okay,
articulation,
so
but
this is so which one's this? This is Kong with battle axe.
Battle Axe, yep, the original. So we can tell the faces are indeed different. You'll see the one on the right is more. You can tell he is a more like older Kong, whereas this one is a more like younger, like a thinner looking face. The teeth are more sharper, whereas the sculpt on the 2021 Kong is more round.
Oh
And they
yeah,
both have the scars, 3 rows of scars. And look at the chest, like the ab area. You can see that the 2017 Kong has more looks like ab muscles, and the 21 feels more like, I guess, like a bigger belly. And the arms here, you can see the 2017 arms are much longer than the 21 arms, and the back as well. You can see is a more slimmer look on the 2017, and the 21 looks like a
yeah.
bigger, wider.
Oh yeah, here's a really nice shot of the propeller. I
Yes,
like
the
that.
propeller. I
Yeah,
really like this accessory. I think this was a great, and they did an excellent job. Like for, just as an accessory, this is pretty good quality stuff because the chain does look like a chain, and then there's actually 2 colors. And if you look at it, the colors are painted very well. There's no overpaint, overspray of like the gray on the rusty color, or vice versa, the rusty color on the dark gray.
yeah,
So they
yeah,
did a really good job for this accessory. All right, so let's look at the I guess this is the was it the giant? Is it the giant
yeah.
series?
I
I
think this
forget.
is yeah, giant.
Giant Kong.
Yeah, around 11 inches.
Yep. Yeah, so I like the paint on the older one, but if you look at it, the face does look very similar, as Heisenberg pointed out in our earlier video. Check out the body;
Yeah, the
the
body looks very similar
looks
too.
similar as well. And same as the arms. If you look at the arms, the shape of the arm sculpt.
Yeah,
So it does feel like they took the maybe the 3D scan or a mold and then kind of just shrank it down to a 6-inch figure. And as we see the articulation, there's a lot more articulation on the 6-inch than the 11-inch. So they probably just used it as a starting point and then added more articulation. But look at these feet on the bigger Kong. They're much darker. It's
yeah.
very white
And
on
this
the
is oh
new
yeah,
one.
this is their yeah original Kong Skull Island.
Yes, yep. And this one has a closed mouth. He looks more like definitely more ape-like.
So
So,
do you
and I
think the
like the
body's is
color.
do you think the body's the same or is it different here?
Looking at it, it looks different to me.
Yeah.
There seems to be more upper abs on the old one. I think the new one is less prominent.
Yeah, definitely a very different look in the face. Yeah, the head
Yes,
looks
the
very
face is
different.
different. Yep, and more articulation on the new one
Oh,
as
okay.
well.
So who's this guy on the right?
All right, this is the Bandai Creations or Bandai USA Godzilla 2014. So yeah, this one's pretty rare.
So
I
is this
I
sold in the US? Because like originally they
I
had
think it
like
was sold in Toys R Us or something.
okay, but not originally because I think they because they had like the what because they had the like the tail strike. They had like Godzillas with gimmicks like
Yeah, this
that.
came later. This
Yeah,
came later.
yeah. I think this showed up later to the point where I don't quite remember it.
Yeah, this came out much later. It was after all those Bandai's with the gimmicks. And I love this figure. Like,
So,
I didn't really have too many
yeah, the
2014s.
heads are noticeably different.
Yes,
Like the Bandai head looks bigger.
yes, much bigger. I think everything on the Bandai is a little bigger, and you can see the scales. You can see the scales are much better detail, and the
Yeah.
paint is more like kind of more
Oh
clean
yeah.
looking. You
And
don't
then
have all that overspray.
yeah, and then finishing off with the playset once more.
Yeah, and we can add Mechagodzilla to the joining the battle.
All right, this is Heisenberg.
And G Forever, hoping you enjoy the MonsterVerse Godzilla and Kong toys.